Philippon Beer Den is intended to be an entertainment show only. The show does not endorse or condone underage drinking or any illegal activity. Homebrew is not for public sale. The show is intended for a mature audience and may have adult language and themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the show.
Hey, why don't you beer me?
And welcome to the Philippon Beer Den, where we get to drink home brews and you get to meet my friends. And so welcome our guests today. We got Joe Costa and Nikki Oakes. All right. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
Welcome. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. So I've known Joe for some time, but I didn't know that he had been with Nikki for a while. And so I guess everybody's going to get a chance to meet the two of you. So cheers. And by the way, I hope you enjoy the beers. I hope they're okay.
I mean, it's almost done. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what happens when that's done. We have to beer you.
Yeah.
Because
She's my DD.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be careful then. So let me see what I got here. I've got something to. Hold on a second here.
What do you got? That's a real question.
Well, I got some stuff in store. We got a kind of a fun show. I got a few things planned, just to talk about, right? But I think the first thing that we always really get into on this show is how we met each other, right?
Oh God!
So that's kind of important to me because
we're gonna take a stroll down memory lane.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on having as many friends over as want to be here. And by the way, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate
I was looking forward to this all day.
I've been looking forward to it. I really have. And so what do you remember? Not that I'm putting you on the spot or anything. What do you remember about the first time that we met?
Intense sweating. No, so meeting you, that was awesome. So this was back in summer 2012, late summer 2012 to early fall. It was my summer vacation between two different colleges from Wentworth to CMCC. And I was working at Geiger Brothers in the bindery. And you had just been hired as an engineer for them. And you were going around introducing yourself, if I'm not mistaken. And you and I were having a conversation. And I told you, it's like, yeah, so I'm an electrical technician student at CMCC. And you're like, what? Really? We got to get you on the maintenance team. You shouldn't be out here doing this. You should actually be applying what you're learning in school. So that's how we met, as far as I remember.
You have a fantastic memory. Because honestly, that is what I remember out of the first time that we met, is that you were working out there, and when you told me that you had that kind of background, it kind of blew my mind. It was like, man, because I've known other people, like one of them is my brother, for example. My brother, he's a brilliant guy, and one of the first jobs that he had is he was working as like a janitor at a manufacturing company. Right. And it was just like, what an underutilization of somebody's talent. Right. But you never know unless you talk to people. Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad that that we talked that day, and I kind of feel like we hit it off really well.
Oh yeah.
Like right from the get-go, I thought I could tell that, you were a bright guy and you had a good future ahead of you. So, yeah, I mean, it was kind of a weird situation where we ended up not working together long.
So they had laid me off in December. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like 2 weeks after they had given me like I think it was starting a 401k, they laid me off. It's like, oh, okay, you know, I kind of expected this to happen. One of the first thoughts was, oh, I'm not going to be working with Denny. Well, this blows.
For real, man? You thought that?
No, for real. I was like, this guy is like a really good connection to have in the engineering industry because he's like really down to earth, really friendly, but he also knows his stuff. So it's like, and now I'm missing out on this contact, so it sucked. But
we kept in contact.
Small world, though, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we will. And but the next guest that I want to introduce is Nikki Oates.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
just
Sorry.
met tonight.
We just met.
Yeah.
So we clearly go back a long time.
Yes.
At least an hour.
Yep.
And so, so it's been a pleasure meeting you. And but I think more important than how we met is how did you meet this guy over here?
Oh God.
I want to know.
So do
right.
you want to start or you want me?
Heck yeah, I'm telling the story.
Do
You
it.
got to tell me.
Sophomore year of college, living in the dorms with a bunch of my other friends from first year. We took over the 3rd floor of a building. Fourth floor, yeah. And
I assume you went to Orono?
Orno, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And, you know, all my friends are out in the common room playing probably Cards Against Humanity or something. And there was 2 new guys, strangers to me. And they were playing with them, and one of them was Joe.
Oh yeah. I mean, you forgot to mention incredibly handsome guys. You know, because that's what you were thinking.
Not me.
Yeah.
I was thinking incredibly, like, muscly and intimidating guy. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
like, he's too cool for me.
Definitely Joe.
I'm not even going to
Yeah.
try. And
She's a
then-
keeper. All right, you got her fooled. I fooled mine, and as soon as I fooled her, I was like, "You're gonna marry me, right?" And yeah, that's what you got to do.
And let me pay off my student loans first if we go that far.
All right, so you met him in college. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you met him at like kind of a party? It was a party?
It was just, we were just in the dorms, like,
Just
hanging
in the
out,
dorms?
playing games and stuff.
You couldn't take your eyes off him.
No, actually, I avoided him for I think like
Really?
3 or 4 weeks.
Are you very shy?
I am. I'm very shy.
Well, I'm really glad that you weren't super shy around me, because you know, I mean, I'm no Joe, so, but I'm glad that we were able to, you know, have like a conversation because that's good.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten over it with my job. I have no
Nice.
choice but to talk to strangers like every weekend. So
Well, what do you do for work?
I'm an associate producer, so I go out and I report stories for the first half, and then I put a newscast together and time
That's
it out.
awesome. Do you want to associate produce my show?
I knew those were going to be pulled.
Yes. No, just don't even associate. Don't be the associate. Be the producer.
Producer. That's the goal. That's the goal
Yes.
at the end of the day is to become
Okay,
the producer.
you're hired.
Okay.
I have zero
Great.
budget, zero salary, but you are hired.
Any
You can drink as
benefits?
much beer as you want.
Yes, as
As long
many
as
home
free
brews
beer?
as you want.
Okay, great.
It's all for you. That's about all I can pay you in. But
beer's
but I'll be
better than
happy to
nothing.
have you. Awesome. So so what news channel do you work for?
WABI TV5. It's up in Bangor.
Waby.
Yeah.
You work up in Bangor.
Yeah. I don't live down here. I live up
Oh,
there.
I didn't even know that. Okay. Wow. So
I'm
uh,
just visiting.
you guys travel quite a bit, huh? To see each other. Ooh, that's tough. But you guys have been together for a long time, so you're making it work. That's cool.
Yeah. And we're kind of used to it too. Like every summer vacation or break, we usually go separate ways anyway. So
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So, so Joe, what are you doing for work nowadays?
Ooh. So what I do for work is I finally made it, Denny. I'm an engineer.
You were gonna be an engineer forever, man.
One way or another, I was going to make it, but I finally made it after like.
Sometimes you got to make your own path, and I could see that in you.
Seriously, so I graduated CM in 2014, and I actually enlisted in the Navy right after that. And that fell through. They medically discharged me, and then I started working at Bath Iron Works as an electrical designer. I was out for a year and a half, and I was like, I really need to get my bachelor's degree in order to move forward. And that's when I finally went and got my bachelor's in electrical engineering technology. Stayed in Orono for 3 years, and I'm a substation engineer for
Nice.
real-time utility engineers.
That's awesome. Is that what happened today? You said something cool happened
Yes.
today. You got to tell me.
So
that.
today, I'm at the gym, Health Club and Spa in Lewiston.
And you benched 500 pounds. Holy crap.
I wish I did.
That is awesome. Cool.
No, but the guy that lifts there, he has a 66 Dodge Charger. And
All right.
he was telling me about it the other day. I come in this morning, he turns around and is like, hey, you got some time this morning? I said, yeah, why? It's like, well, we're going to pick up the 66 Charger and bring it back to my dealership. I said, all right, cool. And so 7:15, I get to his dealership. We take a 1970 Chevelle with a 454 big block, and we go down to another shop. We pick up his 66 Charger. I drove that back to his shop, and it was the best feeling in my life. It's a vehicle I've always wanted to driven because I grew up driving Mopars and hearing all the stories my dad told me.
So basically, you drove that back home?
Yes. I drove that from
That's
one
awesome.
shop to another.
That is awesome.
And it was the highlight of probably the year, month, I'd say. Because, the highlight of the year is graduating college. But driving that car it was something I've never experienced in my life. It was so
That's
cool.
so cool, man.
I had a smile when I got to work. Everyone's
That's
like,
awesome.
dude,
That's
where were
awesome.
you? I was like, I just drove a really cool car. And I just
Yeah.
had a smile from one ear to the other.
Wow. Oh, man, look at this. I think that our chat screen might actually be working today. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty
Sweet.
cool. We'll get a chance to look at that in a minute. But for right now, let's kind of get back into our groove here. So one of the things that I kind of want to segment into, and this is really important, and this should be a thing on my show every time, is how do you like the beer? And give me a real critique here. So we're going to start with Nikki because she's better looking than you. I'm sorry, Joe. I mean,
You know what? I agree with that.
So Nikki, give me an honest critique. You don't have to be nice to me. I do have feelings, and it might really break my heart if you didn't like my beer, but no pressure. But you could just tell me, what do you really think? So you've got the chocolate caramel that you're trying here. What do you think?
Well, considering I don't like beer and I finished this much, I would say
You didn't even tell me that. You didn't tell me that at first. You should have.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm really not. But, I mean, I'm almost done this, so I think that's a pretty good.
Okay. All right. I will take that endorsement. I'm just going to go ahead and chalk it up to maybe it's the best beer that's ever been created.
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, hands down.
Awesome. So Joe has tried both beers that I have on tap right now, which, by the way, anybody that's watching that might become a potential guest, I am going to try to have more than just 2 beers on tap. I'm going to try and have 4. I normally do. I'm slacking because I was trying to put together this podcast, and I really wanted to launch this thing and make it happen. So yeah, anyway, Joe, the first beer that you tried was the chocolate caramel. What do you think about that?
That one's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dark beer, and I kind of tried comparing it to Guinness, but the thing is, it doesn't really drink like Guinness. It's a dark beer, but you drink it like it's a light beer, though. That's the thing. And that actually reminds me to some brews I had down in Mexico. And
Brews in Mexico.
yes,
Cerveza. What kind of cerveza did you have?
well, I'm going to tell you that even though I took 3 years of Spanish, I have no clue what you're saying. I'm gonna be brutally honest. It's like, what?
Look, man, I don't know any Spanish, but the only Spanish I know is cerveza. That's beer. That's the only word you need to know.
Yeah.
I wish I learned that in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. But, no, I had Indio, Obscura as well. There was a few brews I had down in Mexico when I was there for a couple weeks. But down there, it's like a dark beer. You drink it, and it tasted like a light beer. And that's what you have here with the chocolate caramel.
Yeah.
It's a dark beer. It's almost as dark as a Guinness, but you drink it as a light beer. And
Yeah.
it's really good.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
And then you have the half century, the pale ale.
Yep.
And I'm not much one for pale. I'm going to be brutally honest.
To be honest, I'm actually not either, but I have a lot of friends that really are. So I make stuff like that really for them. But what do you think?
I like it. I really do. I'm going to be drinking this the entire podcast.
Nice,
to
man.
be brutally honest.
All right. That's cool.
And that's saying something coming from me.
So that to me sounds like success. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And like I said, I'm very, very sensitive. So if you didn't like it, I would be probably very hurt. But since you said you did like it, I'm totally going to take that as you definitely love it.
Yep.
Awesome.
So when are you going to start bottling those?
Yeah. I could, and actually, that's a real way that I could have more than 4 beers available for a podcast. So that's one of the segments that I want to make sure happens every podcast is people legit critique my beer. So, but not be too harsh because I do have feelings. So, just kidding. I don't have any feelings.
What are feelings again?
Yeah, I mean, what's that? I never had one of those before. So, what I was looking at is I've been trying to make some of this stuff work from a technical standpoint, and some of it works, some of it doesn't. So we got a couple comments came up, and so I think what I want to do here is I got a message that was saying that we need to match the audio with the video. So what I want to do is I want to take a short break, and we're gonna let the audio and the video catch up. And it's just going to be a short break, so everybody should be able to to just grab a beer as well, assuming that you're of age, and have a cheers, and we'll be right back. Awesome. Be right back, right here. And we're back. So hopefully you had a chance to have your own beer. And we also did too. So
Hey, Denny, about that beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, you're going to have to tell me a funny story while I fill up your beer, because that's just how it works here. Okay?
Funny story? Not really funny, maybe?
Funny, interesting, whatever. It's all good.
Last fall, I picked up a 19-foot McDonald's sign with my truck.
What?
Oh my God.
Yes.
How does that? Okay, that's weird. What? Tell me what's going on. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm telling you what I'm going to talk about. What I'm talking about is the McDonald's on Route 1 in Falmouth. That McDonald's got renovated last summer, beginning of the summer. And the guy who renovated it keeps a lot of the inventory, like the tables, seats, even the sign, and he gave it to his old man. Well, the old man put the sign up on like Facebook Marketplace, and one of my brothers in the fraternity I attended, one of the brothers found it on Facebook Marketplace, and it's like, guys, there's a 19-foot McDonald's sign for sale. Let's all pull together money and get it. Well, I was like, no, I don't really want a McDonald's sign. I'm not going to give you like $20 to help pay for it, but I'm more than willing to go get it for you. So we borrowed one of his friend's trailers, and I went down with my truck. We picked it up, put it on the trailer, strapped it down, and we hauled it from Gardner all the way up to Orono. And now we have it hanging in our basement with party lights.
19 feet?
19 feet long, yeah.
Wow.
And
you know
the
what?
looks we got on the highway were priceless.
To me, it sounds like it was the right thing to do.
Yes.
I mean, how are you gonna live without a 19-foot McDonald's sign in your basement?
You live without
It's
one,
really
and it's
lacking
kind of
to my
like,
life.
Yeah,
it's plain.
clearly.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I don't have any of those. I did get a pretty cool Bud Light sign, and I got that actually off some friends. So a buddy of mine won it, and we paid him a few bucks for it. And since he had just won it, getting money instead of getting a beer sign was cool for him, and I got a cool beer sign. So I normally have that on, but I like to turn it off during the podcast because it's a little distracting, you know. But
What? Sorry, I was kind of looking at that light.
yeah, right. So I actually have a kind of a funny story to tell. It's not really funny, but it's just a weird story. So, like, I was leaving work, and this woman, she's leaving at the same time as me, and you know, I've seen her around. I mean, I don't know who she is. I've never really talked to her, and so you know, so we're making small talk, and I says, it's a nice day out. It's raining, right? So it's a terrible day out. I'm just kind of joking about it, and she says, yeah, it's nice, and she says, that girl that dropped you off at work, is that yours? And I said, oh yeah, she's all mine. You know, that's my wife. And so she says, oh, well, I don't have to fight for my place in line.
What?
Exactly. So I was just I was so confused. I'm like, huh? So I didn't know what was going on, so I didn't say anything, and I just continued to walk, and I walked away, and then like about 30 steps later, I was like, was she flirting with me? Like, is that was she what? Like, what was going on? Was that a joke or something? I mean, because like for me, I'm just like, you know, I look, I used to be better looking, thinner. I actually used to have hair. I swear it's a real thing. I have proof. I have pictures. And yeah, so like I just at this point I'm just like I'm too far gone. I don't even think that way, you know. And so I think she might have been flirting with me, but
I don't really know.
I don't really know either.
Because like so you
maybe
said
she
you
was
were
just saying. Maybe she was just saying like a joke.
I don't know. It had to be a joke because you said you were married. It's like, oh, I don't
I
have to
didn't
fight.
know. I mean, I said, yeah, that's mine. That's my that's my woman. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That means like the girl that you were talking to is technically like not really next in line. She's like towards the back of the line.
maybe she is. Maybe that's how she saw
Which means
herself.
she doesn't have to
What do
fight because
you-
there's really no one else.
Nikki, you are the
You're-
expert here.
Well, yeah, please.
What do
Email
you got to
input.
tell me? Translate this. I don't know what she was talking about. You got to tell me.
Okay, wait. Say it again. What she said?
Okay,
to
she
you?
said, "Well, I guess I don't have to fight for my place in line anymore then."
I don't know. Is she competing against you for maybe your wife? Maybe that's
Maybe.
what it was?
You know what? That's exactly what that is. She is competing for Jessica. You know what? And I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. Jessica, listen, I'm very territorial. So Yeah. Okay. So that's what you think? You think that she was actually referring to that she was into Jessica?
Yeah, maybe she was.
Okay. All right.
I mean, hey, in this society, you can't assume. You can't assume.
No, you don't think? Well, what do you think, Joe?
I think she was checking out your wife. I think
Probably.
so. Yeah.
Probably. She's pretty cute. What are you gonna do?
I'm actually staying out of this one.
I appreciate it. I actually appreciate that. You know what? That is the good man thing to do. You know what's awesome? Look at this. Look at this. These screens. When we do this, you can kind of see that we're actually shaking hands.
Right?
I love that.
I'm just gonna
man.
pump the brakes right there on that.
Yeah. So you don't have any stories like that? No. No. I mean, you're younger than me, so people probably actually hit on you. Like,
No.
For me, I was like, it took me a while to absorb all that, and so I it was a question. I was like, is she actually hitting on me? Like, really?
No. Sadly to say.
But clearly
A
she's not,
self-confidence
because
booster?
Nikki knows she's not. So thank you. You just crushed all my dreams. That was the only
Good job,
self-confidence I was ever going to
proud
have. So yeah. So now I'm just a sad man.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Do you want me to
Preferably
come over
by
there and give you a hug?
any woman that would flirt with me, but it's all right. It's all right. They don't do that anymore because
Drink
Nikki
more
knows.
beer, you might forget.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, you know what I want to do? I want to check out some Facebook commentary and see what we got going on here. So now we got a little bit of lag and sorry about that. I mean, if I had a really, 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 really expensive, yeah. See, there you go. Thanks, Pam. Thank you, Pam. You came to the same conclusion as Nikki did. You're probably right, honestly. I mean, so I'm gonna like that.
What a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a little bit of lag here, and I apologize for that, but I don't have a really, really, really expensive computer. I've got one that's just barely good enough to make it work, so hopefully all of you can, can power through and deal with the fact that, my lips are moving at a different time than what I'm saying.
It's almost like watching Godzilla from the 60s.
Yeah.
Gojira. Awesome. So yeah, we got a couple comments here. It's Jeff says he remembers the hair. Jeff, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Mike is online saying big basement. Wow. I'm gonna like that comment as well. Jeff, I remember the hair. Yep, that's a like. That is an automatic like right there. Awesome. So yeah, we got a couple people that are tuned in, and I appreciate that. So I hope you guys are having fun, because that's really what this is all about. We talked about this earlier, and the most important thing I want to do here is just have some fun with some friends and just share my beer, have a conversation, have some fun, because I figure somebody out there might want to hear it. I know I've had some really good, interesting conversations with people, and so I'm so excited that you guys just came, and it's so cool to meet you, Nikki, and Joe. It's really good to
Catching
see
up.
you again, man. So it's awesome.
It's been 7 years since we met each other, so it's like seeing where we were then to where we are now. It's cool.
I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool, man.
And the weird part is, it's such a small world, because yeah, we met each other back in 2012, and we didn't know, I didn't know who you knew, in the sense, and then the following year I met Greg and Dan, and then since then I've been meeting Greg's family,
Yeah.
and then now I'm hanging out with his son at the birthday parties, and now it's like, wait, Danny, you're here. How do you know Greg? And then
Yeah. Well, I mean, Greg's my brother-in-law, and
Yep.
he actually helped me figure out how to use some of this technology, because I had to buy some stuff that I'm very unfamiliar with, and he helped me with that. So shout out to Greg Young, and yeah, he's what an amazing event coordinator
He is.
I mean, he really is. Like, it's one of those things where, for simplification, I want to say he's a DJ, but it really undermines
What he really
what
does.
he does, because that guy puts on a party, and if anybody that is willing to just give him a shot and try him out, it is worth it, because everything that he's ever hosted and that I've ever been to has been the best.
Oh.
The best party,
Hands down.
the most fun. I mean, anything that you ever see that he does is just incredible.
I've worked with him and his partner Dan for basically 6 years. You know, going from college to other jobs and college again, and every event they do has always been 120% of what they should be doing. And it's like,
Yep.
anytime people ask me, hey, you know, we need a wedding DJ, who do you recommend? And I always give them, talk to Northeast Event Design, talk to Greg and Dan, and you're going to get the best wedding of your life.
For real. And anybody that wants to pay like $14 to have your cousin hook up their iPod to a speaker is like
Press shuffle.
yeah. I mean, like if you want the best party that you could ever have, you're gonna go to Greg.
You want a celebration,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not just a party. You're talking celebration. You want to celebrate.
Yep.
I mean, even corporate events,
Yeah.
Dan and Greg, it's like,
Yep.
I've done quite a few. Lee Automall, I've been to a couple of their events.
Yep. Yep.
As a photographer, and Dan, Greg, they still do really good work. Even college events, when I was back at Wentworth, I've been to a lot of college events provided by different entertainment promotions. Dan and Greg, when they do their college events, it's nothing. It's above and beyond compared to what I saw in Boston. Now, Boston compared to up here, total difference. You're talking city versus rural. And when you're in a rural setting and you're getting that level of entertainment, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, not to be just a rolling ad for
Right.
him and his company,
Right.
and stuff, but I mean, he's had was it the Booze Cruise boat shows, and he was talking about how like it wasn't really for him. Like, I mean, this is his career, and so he has to make money. But he's like, I don't make money off of this. This is just a fun party that I put together for that. And it was really kind of a cool eye opener to know. And I mean, Kim, his wife, and me and my wife, we all just, like, honestly, some of the best times we've ever had have been at Greg's parties. So, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. I like him.
He's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I actually had mentioned that maybe he should consider coming on. He may or may not. I'm not sure. I mean, he's super shy. We all know that he's
Why
just
don't we
very
ask the
shy.
audience?
Yeah. So,
Hey, guys.
so audience, what do you think? You think Greg might be a good, yeah? You think he might? Yeah.
I know he would.
I think so. Yeah.
You
So
think he might
audience,
be a
let
good
us know.
guest?
Comment.
Yeah, okay. So everybody should comment and go to Northeast Event Design and say, hey, go to the Philippon Beer Den and be a guest on his podcast and remind him how cool I am. So please do that. Yeah. And so hopefully he won't have any reason to say no. And by the way, anybody that's listening that might own a business or just, have something that they want to promote or anything like that, I mean, if I know you and, and you want to be a part of this kind of thing, maybe we can make that happen, and you can come on and promote, whatever it is that you're doing. But I mean, first and foremost, rule number one, I'm gonna have to actually write up the rules of the Philip on Beer Den. You guys, maybe you guys can help me. So one of the rules has to be that we have to be having fun. That's kind of important to me.
Right. So, are you having fun?
Try to stop me. I just have fun, man. I do. Like, maybe I'm easily amused. I don't know, but I will have fun. I'll find a way.
Of course.
So yeah, are you guys
I'm
doing
having a
okay?
blast.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a beer in my hand.
Hey, there you go.
I'm having a great
is it full, though?
conversation.
Is it full? Almost.
About a third.
Full enough? Okay. We'll get you topped off. Don't you worry.
Give me a few minutes.
Yeah. Nice. So one of the rules, we got to have fun. Let's see. Another rule is beer is free. That's a rule. That's a rule. Beer is free at the
Good rule.
Philip on Beer Den. Let's see. What other rules do we need here? I mean, listen, to make this legit, we got to have some rules. Nikki, you're gonna have to make a rule here. No. Hey, you're not. I'm not putting you on the spot or anything.
I'll have to think on it.
Okay, all right. Take a minute to think about it.
Limit the advertisement conversations, maybe.
Limit them.
Yeah, so it's not always about advertisement.
Oh
maybe?
no. Yeah, no. This is about organic conversations. This is
Agreed.
about.
Yes.
This is. I mean, honestly, what I want people to feel like is that they went to their local pub and they get to meet the people that we're meeting, that we're
Yes.
talking to.
Yes.
Like they could be a fly on the wall, and they get to meet some new people, right? Because I mean, I got lots of interesting, fun friends, and I love having people over, having a beer, and just catching up with people.
Yep.
And I think it's so cool that you guys came, and I'm really glad you did. So yeah, what do you think? Rules?
I'm still thinking.
Still thinking about the rules? Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
We're making a game about me.
I got this soundboard, and I don't even know.
I'm not the only one with a little bit of shit in their pants right now, am I?
So I'm not even sure if people can hear this.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really not sure.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Audience, if you can hear any of these soundboard, sounds.
Yeah, you should probably-
please let us know.
Let us know if you can hear this, because that would be good.
How did anyone ever enjoy these games without me in them?
Sorry, I'm very easily amused. So yeah, I've
same.
got all of those. I got all of those sound bites from the soundboard.
Oh,
here.
looks
It's
like we got
awesome.
some comments.
What do you think? Oh yeah, let's look at some comments. Let's see if we got some. What do we got here? Let's transition into that. And I don't know. Let's look at our live stream. Okay, we got a few more people. So yeah, we got a few people here that Kyle, Amanda, Ben, Jesse, Adam. You know what? Adam even saw the first show, and I'm pretty pumped about that. So yeah, anyway, he had mentioned that he was considering coming on, and to be honest, there was a few other people that had kind of mentioned that they were considering or they wanted to be guests, and kind of like no. But no, there's a few people here I definitely would love to have come on. Even people that that I don't know for years and years and years. I love just having people on and just having a nice conversation and having people come over, having a beer, and just chilling like this. I love it.
That's all it is.
I love it. Yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I know you're big into sports.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Recently, and maybe even the audience could help too, is recently on social media, I've seen this black cat on the football field.
I saw that live.
Someone please explain this to me, because no, I'm not a sheltered person. I don't have all the time in the world to be able to do everything I want during the day and the weekend and also watch sports. So
yeah.
Don't hate on me too much, but someone please explain this.
We're already hating on you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I know about that.
You know what? Fine.
No,
hate
I'm
on me.
glad you brought it up. So what about it? Is it so during the game?
Which game first?
It was It was Giants. Was it Giants?
Okay, so it's not a Pats game, so I don't care. That's fine.
No, it wasn't the Pats game.
No.
Okay, so then let's move past that. So.
Of course, I'm saying that, and I'm actually confused myself because I don't remember. I was watching this game. I saw it live, and I don't remember who was playing. Yeah, that's terrible. See,
I won't hold it against you.
yeah, no, I do the fantasy football thing, right? Which, by the way, I just started a couple years ago, and before that, I didn't know shit about fantasy football. Like, I didn't know anything. So, I guess, don't take my man cards,
I still don't do anything in fantasy football.
Yeah, well,
I don't know anything about it either, except like if you win, you make money. So
well, kind of, sort of, only if you put money into the pot, right? But like, I didn't really know how it worked or any of that kind of stuff. So I was a little apprehensive to start, and so I finally did, and it's just a fun time. But you learn as you go, and the first year you're probably going to be terrible because you don't know what the hell you're doing. But anyway, I did that, and because I do that, I'm looking at individual players instead of looking at like one team that you know, because normally, like, if you're from here, you're looking at the Pats. But yeah, anyway, like, I've been looking at like individual players, so I've been watching a lot of weird games that a normal Pats fan doesn't really watch,
Yeah.
right? Just because I want to see these individual players, and I'm like, I want that one person to get more receptions and more yards and touchdowns than everybody else, because that's how you get the points, right?
Right.
That's how you get the points. So yeah, I legit forgot what game that was, and I was really watching that game. I was watching that game live. I saw the black cat on the field. Totally forget who was playing. I don't think it was the Pats.
I think so.
Yeah, and so all it was is just some black cat ran on the field, and they stopped the game for like maybe 2 minutes, and maybe less, and that's it. And then everybody's like, took pictures and is making memes and saying, this team's cursed and all that kind of shit. That's all. It's just stupid.
one thing I haven't seen is no one's asked a question. How did a cat make it into the stadium?
That's what I want to know.
No, I mean, I think
have no idea.
plenty of people have asked that question.
I've yet to see that.
I don't know if
I've yet
anybody's
to see
answered
that.
the question.
Yeah.
I think that's the
I
problem.
don't think anyone knows.
Like, how does a cat get into an NFL
See, that's
stadium?
a legit question. Like, I don't know how that could possibly happen.
Because
did somebody bring it in their car, like while they were tailgating, and then it somehow got out?
That's a good possibility, but you also have stray cats. But the thing is, you always have people at gates. And I'm not talking just security. I'm talking just bystanders and such. And I would think someone would, I don't want to say, common sense, but like, someone would question, like, why is there a random cat walking into the stadium? Like,
I don't know. If I saw a black cat, I'd let him in. I mean, who am I to stop him from watching the game?
Is it because you don't want to be cursed?
Oh no, I have 2 black cats.
You
I
just
don't
let
want
the
that.
black cat in because you don't want to be cursed. Okay, I mean,
like, I don't know. I keep seeing this.
you guys.
on-
Okay, so here's a question though: do you guys actually believe in Do you guys believe in curses?
Nope.
I don't believe in curses.
Oh, Nikki believes in
But-
curses.
But I do think that I don't like to test fate too much.
Right. You believe in witches and curses and ghosts
I wouldn't say curses,
And
but I
magic.
definitely don't want to
and magic and wizardry.
mess with things.
Yeah.
I wish. I
So,
wish I believed
so you
that
don't
stuff.
you don't
That'd be
think
so
you should
fun.
mess with fate?
Yeah.
Explain that to me. I want to know. I want to know what you're thinking.
Like, okay, so more recently, there's supposed to be snow coming at like some point, and I don't have winter tires on yet. So coming down here was like, do I want to come down here and then risk maybe the roads are icy or something when I have to drive back up to Bangor?
Thank you for taking the risk.
And yeah, you're welcome. Just for you.
Thank you.
Not for
I
me.
feel
remember
special.
that.
No, yeah. I mean, it was for me. I know.
And although realistically, I'm like, the snow will be gone if it does come and all that stuff. I'm like, should I really risk going down to see my boyfriend for the 2 days and then miraculously somehow I get into a car crash? Like that's how my brain
Oh,
works.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one
Please,
negative way.
That's why I don't
please
text
do
and drive
not
either, 'cause
get
I
into a
could-
car crash.
Yeah. No, I don't like to test that stuff because I feel like I don't know, something's gonna be like, you're being too risky. I'm gonna teach you a lesson, like karma or something.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's a real thing, then who makes that decision?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah. So are you just
I
kind
think
of
it's a matter of coincidence more than anything.
Yeah?
But
So are you
Science.
kind of feeling I better believe in this just in case.
it's more like it's in my head, and I feel like if I try to be rebellious and be like, that's not right, that doesn't make any sense, or nothing will happen, karma's going to come and bite me in the butt.
I think
feel like that's
you've
my
seen
luck.
too many horror films, because that's
Oh,
what happens in
definitely.
horror
Yeah.
films,
No, definitely that too.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like horror films are what make you kind of feel like if you say that silly thing, like it's really going to happen, but they're not real. They're not real.
Can confirm.
No, I don't know. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Like it's just
No, like
I mean, like superstitions and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, God,
that's baloney. I don't
Yeah.
believe in that stuff.
See, I don't know. Maybe you might have to come back on at some point, but I want to have. We're gonna have. Oh, by the way, people that are just watching, at some point, I think we're gonna do a few shows where we will have some topics and stuff, but. What's also important to me is to have these really organic conversations with people too. So I don't want that to be an everyday kind of thing. I want to be able to have these kind of conversations with people. So, but at some point, if I have some kind of superstitious, topic or whatever, then
that means she gets to visit me.
yeah, there you go. It would be a good excuse. She's going to visit me. Because she wants to come on a show.
Yeah, but she stays at my place, so
Well, okay, you win there.
exactly.
But I
Like,
still get her
come on,
on the
babe,
show,
come to
so
this
that's cool. I
podcast.
feel
But I
like
get to
we're-
hang out and drink her beer.
All right. Hey, you can do that too. You can do
I'm
that
okay
too.
with that.
I like it.
Do I have
like
to pay
it.
tip though?
You don't have to. Actually,
one of the rules
I actually have a
for
tip
beer.
jar. And
That's what you need. You need a tip jar.
well, I do. It's right over there. Look.
See, the thing is, it's way over there. You got to put it over here.
Okay, I'll remember that for next time. No, I have that, and just for the hell of it, it is for me to buy new ingredients just to make
Exactly.
more beer. That's it. So, beer is free at Danny's Bar, but if you want to pay a tip, it's just going to go into beer ingredients.
Exactly.
That's it. So
I think that's fair.
that's how it works here, man. Yeah. So anyway, what's the next topic that we should talk about? More black cats?
I mean, I
Or
used to have
maybe
a black cat.
superstition.
or
Or, I mean, we could talk about how that woman was kind of into my wife.
Or we could talk about the gym over there.
Oh, we could talk. Yeah. Wait, where is it again? It's
there.
over there. It's over there. That's right. Yeah. So actually, that was something I want to talk to you about, and I'm glad that you're being a better host than me. And
How so?
You remembered that. No, I appreciate it because.
Did you just say I was sober?
No.
Okay.
So that's a clear indication that you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I'm sober. Should I drive?
You've got a DD. It's a good thing.
I'm feeling a good buzz, but I'm definitely not drunk.
So awesome. This is awesome. So what I wanted to say was I appreciate that you brought that up because that was something I kind of wanted to talk about. I've been seeing some of your posts online and some of your fitness stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. Frankly, me, I have every excuse in the book, and so yeah, clearly I haven't been hitting the gym like I should, but you have, and that is good. And you should continue to do that because it's just good for your health.
I mean, I'm still in there. Well, this week I've been actually every day in the morning with a sprained ankle. Ooh. Granted, I'm not doing legs except for leg extension, leg curls, but I'm still in there, dripping sweat, getting my work on, doing everything I can, to be successful.
Yeah. So we can expect that. In a few weeks' time, you're gonna end up being one of those guys with the V-shaped upper body, the huge muscles, and the no legs. Just the
so the boulder top chicken legs.
Yeah, right.
Actually, no.
Except for the thighs, you'll always have the thighs.
Yes. Oh my God, I blow through pants more than I care for.
Oh yeah. So cool story about that. So right before you guys showed up, what was great is I was wearing a pair of pants that I probably put into the dryer a couple too many times, and so some of the seams were a little weak, and I was kind of looking. I was like, yeah, these are fine. Can't they're not ripped or torn or anything. They're fine. Yeah, well, I went to go pick something up. Because my dog was being difficult, and those pants just ripped quite literally a few seconds before you guys showed up. No joke. Seriously. So sorry for not greeting you right at the door.
That's okay. Your wonderful dogs did, so that's fine.
They really did. I'm sure of it because I heard them from the other room.
Hey, they gave me all the loving I could ever expect. So
That's awesome, guys. Well, oh man, this has been a pretty fun time. But I think we're just coming to a close on the show, and so I really appreciate you guys coming over, and I've had so much fun with you. And so thank you so much for coming. You guys have anything you want to promote or talk about or anything like that? Like spay and neuter your
random
pets, or I don't know.
I don't know.
You got the coolest McDonald's sign in
No, not me. The fraternity I was with, they have the coolest.
Right. Yeah, I'm still giving you credit. So you have the coolest McDonald's sign, and Nikki,
she's really good at producing things.
Is the best producer, not even associate. I didn't say associate. So best producer, and and also she is a little bit skeptical.
Or no, what's the word? I can't think of it.
Okay, but yeah, she kind of believes in the whole black cat theory.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
and
the
she won't.
opposite.
And she won't.
She won't admit it.
She won't walk under a ladder or look at a broken mirror.
I actually will avoid cracks, though.
Yes, and she'll also avoid cracks, so that's important.
The only time I do that is when, you know, on a crosswalk they got the white bars. The only time I avoid cracks.
I don't, but I'm gonna.
You've
I'm gonna
never
go with
seen
this.
like the white bars in a crosswalk in most cities?
You mean the paint for a
Yeah,
crosswalk?
yeah, the white bars. I call them white bars.
paint. Okay.
I'm sorry, okay,
No, it's it.
but I always
Thank you
walk.
for clearing that up.
I always walk on those like the Beatles did in their album.
Yeah.
Back in I want to say '69, but I'm probably very much wrong. So if the audience knows the year and I said it wrong, I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm a
We get very
millennial.
mad.
If he said it wrong, just blast him
Yeah, yeah.
on Facebook. It's
I'm used
really
to
important.
it. I'm used to it. Okay,
Please do
but yeah, it was on their one of their cover albums when all four members were just walking exactly on the white paint bars. See, I said white paint bars.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You've evolved.
So
That's a
that's
little
how
weird,
I,
I'm not
like,
gonna lie, but-
anytime I walk on that through a crosswalk, that's how I walk. It's
Okay.
just because of that.
All right, man. All right. Well, hey, listen. Thank you so much for coming.
It was fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you for introducing me to Nikki, and I'm so glad that both of you guys came. And also, by the way, I'm gonna have to stand up just a little bit.
Look
If
at those
anybody-
muscles and that shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
No
showing off your
muscles, no
abs?
muscles, but definitely there's.
Don't
a
let them
t-shirt
fool you.
here.
There are muscles, but that shirt is
they're-
for sale.
They're what I like to call dormant muscles. But anyway, there's a Philip on beer T-shirt. If anybody is interested in becoming a part of this whole thing, I'm hoping this thing takes off. And you know what? If it doesn't, I'm still having fun with my
You're
friends.
still having fun. You're drinking beer
Damn
with your
right.
friends.
Damn
That's all that
right.
matters.
And
And you're
I
just
love
recording
that.
everything, so
love
when
that.
you're older and
right.
you have
Hey,
dementia, you can watch
The
all
internet
this.
is forever, so there you go. So, no pressure, no pressure. So yeah. Just if anybody's interested in having one of these T-shirts, I'm gonna have to start a thing and get this thing going. So yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for sticking to the end, and we are going to
Drum roll.
say goodbye. So cheers to everybody.